Alright, how's it going guys? Master Xeon here. This video is actually going to be a setup for my new rig play. Now, the rig play that we had before did not come out very well because the second part was ruined, so the first part's useless. So we're going to start over from the beginning. We're going to go ahead and search for 44 Magnum in Google Images. And we are going to find a good picture of one. It looks cool. Let's see. Let's look at this one. That one looks pretty cool. But I'm going for a particular look here. And that is the look of this one. This is, I believe, the image I was using earlier. So I'm just going to drag and drop that and put it on my desktop. We got our reference image. Now for this we're only going to use one. So the plan here is to make the gun, then link it later on to our rigged models, and pretty much it all started from a question I was asking myself was, could I make someone shoot someone in the head? And we're going to find out. So I dragged my reference image into Blender. If we look at the plane, that's humongous. So we're going to go down here. You always want to scale down your reference images to maybe like 2 because it's always larger than it. You know, top view, when it shows the image, you can't really see it, so I mean, you kind of gotta eyeball it. That looks like it's a good size. So we're gonna jump over here and begin. Now, shift A, circle, lower the vertices to 8, and we're gonna scale it down to where it'll fit, like that. Now the gun is also at an angle, so you know, this isn't gonna be like a perfect model, but it'll get the job done. Cursor selected, Control Shift C, Origin 3D cursor, Origin 3D cursor with Control Shift Alt and C. We're going to tab back into edit mode, RX90, may move it on to Y. There we go. Now let's duplicate this and just scale that down right here. And if we look at what we got so far, we got that. So we want to scale that in. Select this one, alt click, drag that one in too. Now I'm not a gun enthusiast in spirit or in anything. Like, I don't think I've shot very many myself. And it's a good thing. I mean, guns are made to end the lives of other humans. As much as we say that they're for animals, we know that they're not. So I don't mess with them too much. Now right here we're going to go in the side view and use the box select and just delete half of it, and then we're going to come back and put in a modifier mirror Z clipping. Now we can make changes to it and it'll not modify the whole object. So we're gonna, let's see, let's select these inner circles and EX, and we're just going to extrude them in. Now like I said, this gun is basically going to be held by another object, so the highlight of the image is definitely not going to be the gun. We're just making one as a prop for our next scene, so I know there's probably a lot of detail we could be getting here, but we're not. Put another loop in here, Control R, just drag it out. Maybe drag that out. Now let's go ahead and give it smooth shading, go into edit mode, select all with double tap A, then Control N to flip them normals right. And that's important. Now we're going to put a loop here and a loop here, and basically we're going to delete that vert, delete this vert, and we're going to take this F join, we're going to select those two, delete those verts, face it off right there, reform, F, face it, and we got a closed shape here. Let's see how it's looking as far as our original model. Alright, looks like they're rounded on the edges. Like we're only using one reference image too. Like if we were seriously trying to model the gun like perfect, we'd probably have more reference images, which you're about to see here in a moment. When it starts getting to making this layout more 3D-ish. Now there we go, we got our barrel. And in addition to all of that, we can put in a loop cut here, and let's put one here. I just controlled R and dragged it up. There we go. And that's a good starting point. Now, if we go into subdivision view mode, it just doesn't look anywhere near ready for that, so we'll turn that off for now. Alright, now right here we're going to add another loop cut, and we're going to delete whatever we got here. Verts. Undo that. Maybe undo that. And now undo that selection. And we're just going to Y. Extrude that up to Y. Not Shift E, Control E. Edge slide. Not working. Just slide it the old way. Alright. Now we're going to select these two, E, X, Y, Z. Z is the axis for merging. We're going to E, Z, 2, 3, 4. Face it. E, X, Z. Z, definitely. And that'll get that. We'll just pull that up a little bit. You see how in the sub D mode it shows it sinking down. Let's go ahead and increase that so it sticks to the form. Ta-da! Now we got this one. We'll just Shift E1, and now we got a much better looking thing. Now we're probably going to need to close off that inside at some point. Not right now. So now choose optimal display, make sure that that is selected. Alright. We'll do this like this. We'll select edge, edge, go around to the other side of the gun. Let's see, how are we doing this? We're going to cut it over the mirror. So let's see, can we do that on the other side is a question. And it looks like we can't. So how will we make this top portion? I'm going to go into there. Select this face, E. It's just extruded in itself. Just pull it up. We'll just crease that. Go up here in top view and bring this up. And Shift E1. And we got that shape we're trying to get there. I mean, we probably could have done better, but we didn't. So we're not so worried about it. I'm just bringing that in a little bit just to ease the amount of stress on these verts here at the bottom. We select this edge right here, Shift E1. We see that we're giving it back some of its form, Shift E1, gave it back its form there. We're going to save this, back up, go to desktop icons, Blender stuff. We're going to create a directory and call this Magnum model And we'll call this, always start off calling them start 1, especially if they're already in a directory. That way I can remember that this is where I started, this is where I got to this point, blah blah blah. And I could just kind of time machine myself according to the blend development. Alright, and I'm just bringing that down. Now it looks like it disappears at the end here, so we'll select this edge and bring that down. Let's go under here and add a edge split. Alright, now we're back to gun making. We're gonna drag this all the way in SX0, save it. We'll go ahead and +1 this. It's only been 11 minutes and we're making some serious leeway. Shift D, X. Alright, now the rest of the gun I know is bigger than the rest, so let's easy. We'll select these two verts and scale them together. This vert right here. Alright, we got the right one, so we're just making sure that it still is keeping the shape. Basically I want it to just be around in the first loops, the first geometry that we made. So I'm just modifying this. You know, if PlayStation would just bring back up their store, everybody would be happy. You know that? Like, why did it have to go down? You know, Sony just gotta ask. I'll give my credit card number again. Delete that inside loop. T smooth. And look at this. This part looks like it's like rounded. So we'll delete that. Alright, now the good thing about modeling, mirror modeling, is we can just press EZ and close it, just like that. And imagine that. Bam, in your face. Moving along. It's nowhere near impressive yet. We'll add a loop there. We'll select that loop and press SY0. Bring that down. This part looks like it's kind of off the surface. SY0. So we'll select these edges and just bring it up. Now the hardest part for me when I was doing this at work was, besides doing it while on the phone, is making that barrel. But I found a very fun way to do it. Alright, we're gonna go down. Y. We select B, box to get them both. EZ. Hold Alt to click it, select that, F. And we're starting to get our shape here. I think this one's actually turning out to be better than my initial model. Now let's look at this part right here. We can accomplish that with a circle. We'll make it 8 verts. Let's tab into edit mode, scale it down. RX90, maybe RY90, there, and we'll duplicate that circle, bring it down here. EX SX0 to flatten it off. Alright. How do we know our top is in charge? We'll box select these bottom verts, get rid of them. We'll box select the rest of these verts. If we were in wire view, we could have just deleted them all, but since we weren't, it required that I went through it twice. And now let's connect the stuff. So we'll put one there. Alright. And let's select this and Control J. That joined them. Alright, we should have scaled these in for an inner circle at the beginning, but we didn't. So let's just E, S, and because it's in mirror mode, the circle's never gonna extrude out correctly, so you just gotta just go in and fix it. You know, not so hard. You just want to make sure that these are, you know, kind of pointing off good, or at least to me. I don't know, I'm not even a good modeler, I'm not even a decent modeler, but I'm getting the hang of it. Hopefully by the end of this year I can be a good modeler. Alright, we'll scale that in, move that out, move that out, move that down, move that down, and we're just gonna be, and we're at 17 minutes so far in our recording. Let's see, now how do we close this? One thing about modeling that is always a mystery is how do you know which verts to close? I don't know. I just pick. Alright, and let's look at what we got. We got a mess, so let's see, EX, SX0, GX, and since we turned on vertex snapping with Control Tab and choosing vertex, or Shift Control Tab, we can just hold Control and snap to certain points. And once you start utilizing that in your workflow, you'll find that things go a lot faster. So how are we going to connect these two now? We'll put a loop cut there, and we'll select this, and this, and this, and this. Loop add. We'll hit smooth. Now, as you can see, there's still a lot of unanswered questions, so we'll delete this face. That'll definitely be the first thing we want to do. I had to add a loop cut to close that off in a 4 set, and same with that. Now if we look at it, we got a much nicer shape except for this front. What is happening there? Here's what I like to do whenever things start getting confusing. Just press C, circle select what you want to mess with, press Control I, then H. And voila, now it's just me and my problem. But that didn't work out very well. Let's see, we'll just we'll Alt select Invert and just grow our selection. Actually, let's just B, box select, Control I, H. Now we're where we want to be. First thing we're going to want to do is delete the face. That's one reason it looks weird. Now for this next part, we're going to delete this face. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so that closed off nicely. Alright, now let's get out and look at it. And we got the shape we need here. Now we'll Alt H, select everything, just go to remove doubles, only lost 2 verts, so we're doing good. Now let's continue on with the gun. Sorry about zoning out there. Right here, this part's next. And do we got faces inside? Alright, yeah, those aren't our faces. Let's select these 3, go in the top view, and we'll just EY or EX, bring those back. We'll put a loop there. We'll box select this, drag it up, select this EX, box select this again, drag it up. Now we'll EX, EX, and we'll just keep doing that to get the shape of the gun that we want. Now, we're already making some serious leeway on this model, so hopefully I can do this all in one video, but I don't think I can. Let's see, add that loop cut again, Control R. Alright, now we'll do EX. We'll bring that down. And we already got an indication for how our edge flow is going to be. One extrude, one vert there, one vert there. E, E. Alright, I have no idea what this thing is right here, but we're going to model that to EX, Y, EY. Later, we'll model it later. Alright, and it looks like we're going to be densing up here, so just add a loop cut. Now we got the shape for the back here going, so if we continuously look at it, it looks like our form is slowly coming together. This one we're going to move down there. We're going to E, Y, bring that down over, and then I'm just holding control and just clicking. That extrudes too, which can be handy. I don't know why I never use it. I always use it on faces though. Start just drawing masses of hertz fast. Alright. Now I'm just using edge flow to try to get this shape that we have here. And that looks good. Now we're going to EY. Select this, Alt M at last. Edge. Merge those two edges. Face those two with the F key. Hopefully y'all have got the idea about the keyboard shortcuts. I hate saying them. EY. Bring that down. Now how are we going to close this off? We could bring this up here, bring this up here, face that off, select this, select those two, face those off, 2, 3, 4, face those off. We can add a loop there, face those off, pull this one, and we have closed up that area. See, with vertices, it doesn't really matter how you close it. Well, it depends on topology you're going for, I guess. My topology is more of, let's get done with this gun. I still got a PlayStation tutorial to finish. But, no use hurrying on something that has a store that won't even open back up. Bring that back. Now these two, we're going to EX, put it right here. EX, we'll go ahead and get that little swoop down there. EX, SX0, SX0, SX0. Just flattening them out. Let's see, how's the best get that shape? Right here. Right here. EX. We'll drag that down. EX. Drag that down there. EX. Drag that up. EX. Alright, now we got that done. So let's start closing it. Easy, easy peasy. Easy, easy. We could just select these verts. In fact, we can select these verts, and that's not going to work very well. So let's see how we're going to close this. Alright, first thing we're going to, alright, you see how that's closed? That's how we can pretty much close it all. So we select these, E, Z, and they come in to a close. We select these, maybe not that or that, E, Z, bring it down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, easy. Easy. Select these form, close that up. Easy. Easy. F. And we could always come back and change this if we've made some mistakes, but I do want to end this video with a closed up model. Alright, and this is where we are so far. Now I'm not sure if a gun is flat or I don't know. Maybe I should go out and hold some guns. Well, like I said, these things are built for killing humans. Not too much for me if I'm in the CG. We're going to go into wireframe mode and do B. Box select. We're going to come down here and alright. And we got that. So let's P. Oh, wait. We want to make sure that when we do this, that we get it all. So where did that come from? Alright, let's see. You see a little black in there, that means it all hasn't been selected. Alright, undo these, and we'll just do Control Plus and see how much we grow, and that looks like we got it all. We press P, selection, and now this is a separate part, and now this is a separate part. So we can just take this by itself and just finish working on it. In fact, we could join it back if we wanted. Press E, Y, hold Control and select that vert, and that would have made it meet there. Let's go ahead and save as, jump this up one, and I'm going to pause.